Derek Brundage. So I'm a father of two, one little boy, one little girl, 9 and 11, almost 12, and two dogs. I grew up right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I joined the military right after September 11th. I actually didn't get to boot camp until beginning of 2002, just due to the rush. I actually had a full ride scholarship to a Division I here in Las Vegas at UNLV for baseball, and was in class when September 11th happened, and that was the decision right there without telling my parents, so that was interesting. I joined the Navy. My job in the military was EOD, or Explosive Ordnance Disposal, and I did that for about 9 years, off and on, with Special Forces. So I was with the ODA teams. I deployed normal EOD. I deployed also with the SEAL teams. So it was pretty diverse, a lot of fun. When I was growing up, played a lot of team sports. Always trying to be the best, and always want to be the one that was most noticed in the All-Star. And joining the military and being through all the combat stuff and training in schools and everything with such a select and exquisite group of people and professionals, it ended up making it to where it wasn't about me, myself. It was about the success of the team and helping everybody else grow. I got out of the military beginning of 2011. The transition from military life to civilian life was definitely difficult. When you're looking at your skill set that you had when you were in the military, you're like, oh man, I can do anything. As soon as reality hits and sets in, it was kind of difficult. Couldn't find anything that would really work for myself and my family at the time. Due to that, I ended up taking some contract positions, and I ended up doing that for about 5 years, off and on, different contracts, Iraq and Afghanistan, until end of 2015. So I came back 2015. I kind of took like a little break for a few months. Towards the end of 2016, hiring opened back up over here for Las Vegas Metro Police Department. I ended up applying for that, getting the job, going through that whole entire academy. And I stayed with that for another 4 years and just recently left that. One of my more notable moments, I guess you could say, with the Metro Police Department, we were surveilling a guy that was fugitive from justice, violent guy, and he ended up taking off on us when we approached him. I was able to chase him to the parking lot and stop him before he pulled his gun, and we were able to safely apprehend him and take him into custody. Law enforcement was fun. My whole family was law enforcement here. I'm talking three generations. They all retired. I was like, okay, I don't have to deploy. I don't have to go do all this stuff away from my kids. I can stay here. It kind of lost its fun to me, being kind of a warrior mentality and still wanting to go out and do something for your community and your people to go and stop these guys. It got to a point to where it makes it to where it's not even worth it, to put my family and my profession in some kind of jeopardy, and that's why I ended up leaving. Since I left Metro, I ended up getting hired on with MGM, so it's a big resort thing here, but I got hired on with MGM Corporate and part of their security, and it's Emergency Response Team, or ERT, and it's basically here for violent situations, dynamic situations, and like an active shooter type scenario. Everybody's got each other's back. We train a lot, and we work hard, and we're constantly pushing each other to the top of the game. I like to support the Boots campaign. I support anything that's bringing light to or trying to assist with soldier suicide or veteran suicide, because definitely a huge problem. It's being overshadowed by a lot of other things that aren't very important. I've utilized gaming as a release, so I have a whole bunch of different hobbies, and I have to keep my brain moving. And people that know me know why. I have to do stuff with my hands and my fingers, something that is like definitive, gonna keep me going. Video games is like a break for me. So when I'm playing video games, it kind of frees me from the rest of the reality and the norm. It's my time to just chill. I get on with now other combat veterans, which makes it even more important to me, and more entertaining and fun. And we get to talk to each other, share stories, push each other. Sometimes somebody's having a bad day and you can just play games, and it kind of frees your mind. And it's never the same, like all the games change. I don't play just one game. I'll play whatever as long as there's other people wanting to do it. So I've definitely found it helps a lot with anxiety. It helps a lot with my sleeping, and it does for a lot of other veterans. And that's why so many veterans have gotten into the gaming and the streaming and everything else. Hardhead Veterans has come across as being one of the top ballistic helmet companies or bump helmet companies, which for anybody that's my age or that was in Iraq or anything else, and you get issued these helmets, it's just a brain bucket. One, they're uncomfortable. Two, they don't fit rarely ever. You come up with all these different ways to set it up so it fits your head. We got so creative back in the day that we were actually hot gluing like grenade pouches to the back of the or actual Velcro to the back of the helmets, and then Velcroing on the back of the grenade pouches just to make counterweights for your NVGs. Now with the technologies that have come so far, and to see a company that's actually putting out an awesome product, it assists with all your body posture, you're making your body comfortable in tense situations. I'm not thinking like, oh man, I got to keep adjusting my helmet every step. I'm gonna crash this room, and then I'm not gonna be able to see because I'm gonna throw my NVGs down. They're gonna be all over the place. So the product itself speaks for itself, and then the support that it gives back to the community, to other veterans. The esports team is huge as well, and it's a pleasure to be a part of that.